Hey YouTube, petey twofinger here, and just giving an update on the channel. I'm not going to be doing a real lot of uploads. I did one today on a cat toy video, and I'm going to be working on a new CD or album of original music that recording. I did that last year. It was called Minor Technical Difficulties. I'm really proud of that. This channel is, I talk a lot about guitar pedals, amps and effects. That's kind of what I'm into. What I love, what I really enjoy doing. And then I also don't just tinker with them, I make music with it. And that's a huge part of it. It's not, one doesn't exist without the other. For many years I didn't do any DIY, and I'm really like, I kind of loathe a lot of stuff about DIY. I really do. I don't think it's that big of a deal as most people make it out to be, like you're raising the dead because you know, plus and minus, don't mix them up. That's my motto. Try not to. Bad things can happen. So yeah, that album's coming along good. I got, I don't know, 10 of the songs are done. I got to go back and add some tracks to some of them. Originally, they had used a Roland VG8 exclusively. That was how I made Minor Tech. And this time, I've got a Roland VG8 and a Roland VG88, which are basically the same thing. The 88 is an updated version. It's a little bit more modern, considering this stuff all came out like a long time ago. You know, 20. Oh gee, I think the VG8 came out in '96. I think that's when it first premiered. I could be wrong. So it's old technology, but it sounds fantastic. And there's going to be video for the entire album. Basically, I want to just tell you guys what's going on. So last time things were different. This time I had pre-written the songs. Last time I kind of just winged it. I went in and I had a master file of drum loops. It was the Joey Kramer, who is the Aerosmith drummer, had done a drum loop CD. And I really liked the way it was recorded. I loved the way that the drums sounded, and I loved his playing. So I used all of that stuff. I didn't use anything else for the album. And I put those songs together. I would play those, would go through the loops and listen to them, and then listen to one and go, man. And then I would grab my practice guitar, and I would write. And that's how I wrote that album, was inspired off of Joey Kramer's drum playing. Basically, with the new one that doesn't have a name yet, I did the same process, but just with my drum loop sample library. For a lack of a better term, it's not a place, it's just some files in a folder. Okay, on a hard drive in my computer, it says samples, and then in there is drum loops and then sound effects in my sample folder. And this is all stuff that I grabbed off the Pirate Bay back in the day when you did not really get in trouble and that community was really thriving on file sharing. So I've got my little collection of stuff, and one of those things was that Joey Kramer disc, which I really liked that. And I threw surfing on YouTube, I had run across a guy demoing a pedal, a circuit. It was just, he just like had the circuit laying there. It wasn't boxed up or anything, and he was like talking all about it, and he like knew what he was talking about. And I loved it. And that's Pink Jimmy Photon. He's a guy who is we have a lot in common, and we have a lot that's not in common, but he's a very generous guy. He's been generous to me, and he He had a VG8 that he didn't like it. It had a little issue on the display. The readout didn't quite look so great. And he sent it to me. So that I said, oh my goodness, because I had a Roland GK2A. That's the synth pickup. It's got a hex pickup. I had that because my wife had got me a Roland GR50 many years ago, like in the late 80s. She got me that, and that was something that I used to start home recording. All of the drums, the rhythm section on a lot of the stuff that I first recorded was all using that synthesizer. And I still had that pickup, so when Jimmy asked me about it, I said, sure, I'll take a Roland VG8, because I knew exactly what it was. And I had always just daydreamed, whoa, man, I could have one of those things. I bet I could really do something with it. And so I did. I told him, I'm going to make an album, and that's Minor Technical Difficulties. And I don't want to get bogged down in it, but the last week of the thing, that was when we lost Augustus. My cat had cancer and was sick, and he was suffering, and it was very difficult for me. It was hard on my whole family. It was just awful, He was a good boy. He was only 6 years old, and so that sucked. So lo and behold, Pink Jimmy Photon announces to me he's got a VG88, that he doesn't think that he's going to use it. And would I consider it? He wanted to try to get some money back on it because he had paid for it, and it costs a lot to ship the thing. So I did what I could to try to take care of him, and he sent me the thing, and I have it here now. And that's the story on why this album is happening right now in the awful weather. I was really cranking away, making a lot of videos, and I intend to do that. There is so much stuff here that I built, and if I wanted to demo all that, I think I'd rather just enjoy just kind of ranting, just kind of talking. So there's gonna be more of that, but there's always going to be projects. There's going to be live stuff coming up. But specifically here, I wanted to talk more about this recording. That's why I'm not going to be uploading any videos for a while. The plan is that, last time, I would do a song, and then my fingers would be sore from the guitar, just playing the guitar all day and all night. Because the songs on the album when I record music, I do it densely. I do a lot of tracks. I'm not a fast player. If you don't know, I do only have 2 fingers to play because of a lawnmower accident. So should I even be holding a 6-string? Probably no, I shouldn't. It's not really fair for me to be in a world of 4-fingered guitar players when I've got 2, but I do the best I can, and that's why I am who I am. That's why I have the style that I have. So I would, and also considering the fact that I only have 2, it's more work on those 2, especially the index gets tore up. So at the end of a full day and night of tracking, I would be really in a lot of pain with my finger tore up. So then it would kind of need to heal for a day. And then I would go and work on a sound effect. I would use a MIDI keyboard. I've got one over there. I'm not going to grab it. I would use a MIDI keyboard and do sound effects. So that album has kind of sound effect pieces, and then a song starts. And then it ends, and it'll fade out into a sound effect piece, a little short bed, where the songs are all around 3 minutes, basic rock, instrumental, simple, original pieces, and then the kind of morphs into the sound effecty type thing, sci-fi type sounds. It's just not really very relevant to anything in the song. It's just noise that fits, and then that'll turn into the next number. So I think I'm going to do that again, but as far as the way it's going down is different. I have been, well, for one, I wrote all of this material last year, and my wife and I have been playing it as a duo, so I knew all the parts. So for 2, she's playing bass on it. For 3, I haven't done any of the music beds, and I got like 10 of the songs done. So here's how it's going to work. I think what I'm going to do when I finish tracking all the songs, and they're pretty much mixed, I will, at that point, maybe I will start working on the video, or maybe I'll do sound effect. Maybe it'll all kind of happen. But what it means for you is I'm not going to just release the album. I'm going to put up every single video separate of this, just the songs. So when at some point you're going to see upload number 1, it's going to be a song, probably going to be called Crip Walk. That's going to be the first song off the next album. And then it'll be Tunnel Vision is the second song. And you'll go through, and each one of those songs will be every day, every other day. I'll upload those, and then I will assemble all of it together with those sound effect beds and video for all of that as an album, as an entire piece, and then put that up in finality. Because I think it's going to be difficult for me to get people to click on an album and want to listen to an album. It's much less of an investment to just take a look at one song. So if you're like me and you're a purist and you want to wait and just listen to the album with the sound effects, I encourage you to do that. But I'm not doing it the other way around. I'm doing it the cheesy way around, where I'm leaking the songs. So I don't know if anyone has any suggestions. I'm open. I like, this is, it's not my thing. It's just kind of my thing. But yeah, what do you think? So that's the deal. And maybe if I get if I get a wild bug and I want to tell a story, maybe I'll tell a story if my finger's hurting. It's not like but most of the days, like I said, I'm either recording or I'm going to be in that mode where I'm not going to be wanting to, like, maybe I would do some gaming. I would be playing Command and Conquer 0 Hour Contra mod. They just put out Contra mod beta 9, and it's awful. Contra was a great mod. They got some, I don't know, maybe the guys who were working on that got a little old. They outgrew it. Or maybe they died because it's so old. And there's some young guys doing it now, and they ruined it. I'm still playing it. I still wanna. It's my favorite game of all time. So anyway, that's what's going on. I think probably what you're going to see is individual songs come out. The whole thing, the whole album's going to drop like that, one at a time, and then there'll be the entire album. So that way, because I like Minor Tech. I don't like. I love the intro, that whole thing with the speech synthesis. It's actually an elevator that I found. It's video of people testing a talking elevator, and I edited that together to say what it says. But like, the thing about Minor Tech is that it's challenging. It's like there's an intro for the intro for the intro, and then the intro comes in. Then there's like a post-intro intermediary thing, and like it's very like Pink Floyd, like you gotta earn it. Like it doesn't really start going. Even like the first, I can't stand the first 2 songs. I like it kind of like the middle and the end. And I think, like, how many other people clicked on this thing and shut off of it before it got really good? Because I think the end is really where it sings, the last couple of songs. So yeah, that's kind of why I'm concerning myself is a little bit more paying attention or trifling to an audience, and it's really not really usually how I do things. But I think that's just the way I'm going to do it this time. Last time I didn't even want to do it. I said no video, no video. And then I went ahead and gave in. And I mean, it's a lot of work doing the video. And I don't want to complain to you guys. You guys, I know I appreciate you guys checking out my work. So, but keep in mind, I'm doing all that for you. Me, I can sit there and put on headphones, and I don't need any imagery. I'll sit there and listen to it and get off, because I do. Music affects me on a very deep level. I have like astral projection. I can like practically leave my body if I get off on music hard enough. But that's difficult to do. It's mostly just hair standing up on my arms. But yeah, I do. I do. There is something wrong with me up there with as far as how I'm able to get off so hard on really good music. Anyway, that's what's going on. I have no idea what I'm going to call this thing. So it's like kind of a lot of loose ends with it, and that really bothers me until it's like nailed down and I know what I'm going to call it. And that'll happen, you know. It's not. I'm not calling it Crip Walk, I can tell you that. So anyway, I'm going to be here working on that, and you guys, thank you so much for everything, for watching this shit. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy the album. Take care.